Okay, so we're gonna get started, everybody. So, so welcome. So, take a comfortable seated position. So you can sit on either a blanket or if you have a yoga block. You just want to make sure both sit bones are in contact with something. So take a moment to get yourself set up so that you're comfortable. And we're going to begin with a little meditation, a little bit of breathing.
You want us to be on mute or unmute?
It's up to you. If you have a lot of, you can leave yourself unmuted, and then that way, if you have a question, feel free to ask. Or if you've got some background noise, then just mute yourself.
Okay. If it's too loud, then just let us know.
Okay. So we're going to sit up nice and tall and just begin by lifting up through the chest, rolling your shoulders back, and then bring your chin down to your chest. And we're going to begin with a little bit of breathing. So close your eyes, and with your eyes, look inward towards the center of your skull. And just breathing and focusing on your breath. And if any thoughts come into your mind, just let them float away. You can relax your jaw, separate your teeth a little bit, and bring your attention inward. And begin to notice your inner landscape. Your inner body. So just taking this time to really become aware of the state of your body, the state of your mind today, in this moment, with this breath. So today we're going to be focused on the pelvic floor, Mulabhanda. So it really is the base of the pelvis. Um, so the focus today will be on the feet and on the sit bones and the connection between these two areas. So you can take your blanket or block and just place it on the floor. And now we're going to lay down on the back with the head a little bit supported. So you're going to lay down on your back and you're going to lift your feet up in the air and just flex and point your feet several times. Flex and point. And flex and point. And you may begin to feel your belly wake up as you have your legs in the air. Flex and point. Now take your feet and place your feet on the floor. And now with your pelvis, you're going to tilt your pelvis back. So you're going to curl your tail between your legs. And then you're going to rock your pelvis forward. Inhale here. As you exhale, curl back, lifting your tail up off the floor, and then slowly rolling down, placing your pelvis back down. One more time. Inhaling, and then exhale to lift up, Inhale, and then exhale, coming back down. Take your hands, place your hands onto your belly, and you're going to make this shape with your hands like this, like a little triangle, and you're going to place your index fingers on the pubic bone and your thumb around the navel. And you're going to breathe into this space in between your hands. So you're going to breathe into that space and allow your belly to stick out a little bit. And then you're going to breathe out and let your belly drop down towards the floor for 1, 2, 3. Inhale, let your belly rise. And then exhale, let your belly fall. And continue doing this. Inhale, let your belly rise. You're breathing into that lower belly and you're really feeling your lower belly moving out. And then as you exhale, the belly comes in. Keep doing this. You may also be able to feel your pelvic floor, which is actually the floor of your pelvis. So as you breathe in, you can feel the air coming all the way down to your pelvic floor and expanding like a balloon. And then exhale, gently the pelvic floor lifts up without tightening or straining. And inhale, expanding. And then exhale, gently lifting. And one more. Inhale. Expanding. And exhale, gently lifting. Now we're going to mobilize the spine again. So bring your arms down to the floor. Inhale, arch your back a little bit. As you exhale, you're going to curl, drawing your lower belly in and lifting the pelvis up. You can take your blanket or block out from under your head so that your head is on the floor. So we're going to repeat that. So arching your back, and then you're going to curl up, lifting up, inhaling. And then as you exhale, you're going to roll down vertebrae by vertebrae, really feeling your feet on the floor, grounded into the earth. Inhaling. And then as you exhale, lifting up. And one more time. Inhaling. And exhale, lifting the pelvis up. And then coming all the way down, rolling to your side. And now we're going to come to hands and knees. So place your hands underneath your shoulders and knees underneath the hips. As you exhale, you're going to round your spine, looking towards your navel. And then inhale, arch your spine, looking forward. And exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch your spine, looking forward. Exhale, round your spine. Inhale, arch, and looking forward. We're going to sit back onto the heels. So sitting on the heels, if you can. And if you can't sit like this, you can choose another seated position, cross-legged. But the important thing is you're going to want to be in a position where you can squeeze your thighs together. So choose a position where you can really squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And through the legs, we're going to find the pelvic floor. So you're going to inhale, relax, breathe all the way into that pelvic floor. And then as you exhale, you're going to squeeze your thighs together. And squeeze your thighs together so much that you could almost lift yourself off your feet. Inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze your thighs together. Inhale. exhale. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Good. Coming forward, we're going to tuck the toes under. And now coming to downward facing dog. You can bring your chin to your chest, lift your heels up, bend your knees, reach your sit bones up and back, pressing your hands down into the floor. And now we're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands. And if you happen to have any yoga blocks, you can make use of them. If you don't have yoga blocks at home, you could use books, or you can just put your hands on the floor. So now we're going to do a stretch for the pelvic floor. So you're going to walk your foot as far forward as you can. If your knees are sensitive, you can take a blanket under your knee. And then you're going to bring your right foot forward and bring your hips all the way forward, stretching through that pelvic floor. And then inhale, bring your hips back. And exhale, coming forward, stretching through the pelvic floor, lifting up through the chest. And exhale, coming back. And again, inhale, coming forward, pressing down through your hands and lifting up through the chest. And then exhale, coming back. And one more time. Inhale, lift up through your chest. And exhale, coming back. And we're going to change sides. So right knee is going to be on the floor, left foot is going to be forward. And inhale, you're going to come forward with your hips. Just gentle on this first one. And then exhale, coming back. We're moving progressively further. Opening up those hips. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. And then exhale, coming back, keeping the chest lifted. Inhale, lifting up through the chest. Exhale, coming back. This time, inhale, coming forward. Press down through your hands and really lift up through your heart. Breathing here for 1, 2, and 3. You're going to come back, bring both knees onto the floor or onto your blanket. And you're going to bring your hands onto the floor. And knees are going to be together, feet are going to be together. We're going to squeeze through those inner thighs like we did before. And you're going to come forward with your hips. And then inhale, lift your chest up, squeezing your legs together. And then exhale, coming back. And again, inhale, squeeze through your thighs, lift through your chest. Exhale, coming back. And again, inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. Inhale, coming forward. Exhale, coming back. And now coming forward a little bit, and you can take a seat again on your blanket or on your block, whatever support you have. And now we're going to stretch the legs out in front. So I have my blanket just underneath, and you can take the flesh of your buttocks out, back and out to the side to really feel your sit bones. And then flex your feet and really spread your toes as much as you can to open the soles of your feet. And engage your legs. Root your femur bones down into the floor as you reach out through your heels, and then lift up through your chest. We're going to breathe here for 1, and 2, and 3. You're going to bend your knees and bring the sole of your foot down on the floor, and your foot is going to be turned out slightly. And then bend your other knee. So I'll face you so you can see a little bit better. So you're turning your foot out and turning your foot out. And so ideally we're coming into a little bit of a squat here. And in this squat position, we can really work on the pelvic floor. Okay, so you're just going to ease your weight forward into your feet, and then inhale, come back. And again, ease your weight forward and come back. If you need help, you can push with your hands and then coming back, and push with your hands and then coming back. So now this is good if you have a little bit of padding, a folded blanket under your pelvis, because we're going to balance on the pelvis. And because you have your sacrum there and your tailbone, you really want to make sure not to squish it, because there are many nerves there. So make sure you take a blanket, something a little bit soft, or if you have a very thick mat. And we're just going to rock forward, lift the feet from the floor, and you can take your arms and hook your arms around your legs like this. So you're hooking your arms around your legs, and you're in this balancing position. Chest is lifted. Now with the right leg, inhale, extend the right leg up. Exhale, bend and squeeze your forearm with that right leg. And then we'll change sides. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, squeeze. And we'll repeat. Inhale, lift the right leg, lift up through your chest. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, lift the left leg. Exhale, squeeze. Now we're going to try both legs at the same time. So push your legs into your arms. Inhale, lift both legs, squeeze both, or push into both arms, lift your chest, and then exhale, squeeze both arms, keeping your shoulders down. Inhale, lifting up, lifting up, lifting up, and exhale, bend. Now you're going to turn your palms up, and you're going to squeeze towards the midline. So exactly the same thing, but you're going to squeeze the midline as you reach up. So you're activating your pelvic floor and bend. If it's too much to do both at the same time, just do one side and then the other side. Working with your breath and lifting up. And one more time, lift up. Good. Okay, bring your hands down, lift both legs up, squeeze your legs together, and then lift your arms up. We're going to hold here and breathe for 1. Squeeze your legs together. 2, you can lower your legs and lower your chest. 3, lower a little bit more. 4, and then coming back up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Bringing your feet down, we're going to come back to the squat position. And so now, opening up the ankles, opening up the feet, and opening up the pelvic floor, Mulabhanda. And so in this position, in this squat position, you can really feel the connection from the pelvic floor to the feet, from the sit bones to the feet. So you can imagine when a baby is in the womb, you know, the baby is in this position. So the ankles and the pelvic floor are very close to one another. So it's almost like they're one, you know. And then when our legs develop, they extend, but they're still connected. They're from the same origin. So now we're going to stand up. Okay, so coming into a standing position, but maintaining that connection from your pelvis down into your feet. So we're going to stand up nice and tall here. And we're going to bring the arms up above the head. So bringing the arms up above the head, inhaling. And then as you exhale, you're going to bend your knees and bring your arms back. Inhale, coming all the way up, lifting your arms up. And then exhale, bend your knees, reaching your arms back. And press down through your feet. Inhale, lift up through your chest. Exhale, bend your knees, reach your arms back. Inhale, lifting all the way up. Exhale, bringing the hands all the way down. We're going to step the left foot back, coming into a lunge. So we're in a nice long lunge here. You're opening up that left hip. And now we're going to step the right foot back into downward facing dog. So deep breathing here, drawing the lower belly in and up. For 1, 2, and 3. We're going to bring the knees down. If you have a block, take your block, squeeze the block between your thighs like this. If you don't have a block, take a book or a rolled up towel could also work. So now you're going to come back into downward facing dog, and you're going to work on pushing the block or the towel or the book. Push it back. Push it back towards the wall behind you. So you're pushing that block. It's as if you want to push it that way, if that makes sense. So squeeze the block and pushing it backwards. We're going to breathe here for 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, come forward to a plank, and then bring your knees down and just put the block to the side. And we're going to lower down to 8-point pose, knees, chest, and chin, and then slide through into a cobra. Now here, squeeze your legs together to activate Mulabhanda. Press the tops of your feet into the floor and roll your shoulders up, back, and down, really opening up through the chest. Inhaling here, exhale, push with your hands, coming back to downward facing dog. Now imagine you have that block and you're squeezing it between your thighs and sending it back to the wall behind you. Inhale here. As you exhale, step your left foot forward in between your hands, and then step your right foot forward. And we're going to fold forward over the feet, and then bend the knees, swoop the arms back, feel the connection from your sit bones down into your feet. Inhale, come all the way up, and then exhale, bring the arms down. We're going to do one more time on the other side, so feel that connection from your pelvis down into your feet. Inhale, bring your arms up, bending your knees, swoop your arms back, then bring your hands down, step your right foot back. Inhale here. As you exhale, step your left foot back. Imagine you have that block between your thighs. You're squeezing it and pushing it back. Inhale, come forward to a plank. Exhale, lower your knees, lower your chest, lower your chin. Slide through onto your belly. Squeeze your legs together. Roll your shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale here in cobra. Exhale, push with your hands and coming back to downward facing dog. Inhale here for 1, 2, and 3. We're going to step the right foot forward in between the hands. Inhale, exhale, left foot forward. And then bend both knees, reach your arms back. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, bring the arms down. So now we're going to stand up nice and tall, and we're going to do a little bit of balancing. So we're going to stand on the right leg, and you're going to lift the left leg up and make a basket with your fingers. And really see if you can square your hips. So drop your left hip down, and then extend your right leg in front of you. Inhale, bend. Keep lifting up through your chest. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. Inhale, bend. Exhale, extend. We're going to bring the left foot down, and we're going to balance on the left foot. Bring the right knee up. I'm going to take a look at you. Good. So take an inhale. As you exhale, you're going to extend your leg forward. Good. Inhale, bend. And exhale, extending forward. Good. Inhale, bend. Lift up through your spine, lift up through your chest. That'll help you balance. And one more time, extend forward. And exhale, bend. Very good. Okay, so now we're going to stand on the right leg. We're going to lift the left leg up, and you're going to take the front of the ankle and come into a tree pose. Okay, so you're pressing your left foot into your right thigh, and you're pressing your right thigh into your left foot. So you're creating this counterbalance between your two legs, which is helping you access your pelvic floor. We're going to match that with the hands. We're going to press the palms together, lift up through your chest to help you balance, and then lift your arms up, up, up. Breathing here for 1. Really grounding down through that standing leg. Imagine you have roots going down through your leg, out through the foot, into the floor. 2. And 3. Bringing both feet down. So now we shift the weight into both legs for a moment. Feel the balance of weight. We were all the way over on the right leg. Now we're 50-50. And then we're going to do the other side. So I'm going to take a look. So shift your weight over to your left leg, and you're going to lift your right leg up, grabbing the front of your ankle and bringing it up as high as you can into the groin. And now press your foot into your leg, press your leg into your foot, and do the same thing with your hands, pressing them together. And then lift up through your chest, lift up through your arms, lift up through your spine, and keep breathing here for 1. As you reach up, you can really extend down through that standing leg, through the foot, all the way down into the floor, breathing for 1, 2, and 3. Very good. Coming down to 2 feet and really taking the time to find the balance between your 2 feet. So shifting the weight from that left leg into both legs. And now interlace your fingers behind your back and lift up through your chest, bend your knees, and fold forward, slowly extending your legs. And then bend your knees. Feel the connection from your pelvis down into your feet. Inhale. Come all the way up. And then bend the knees, folding forward and slowly extending the legs. And then bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up. Good. And then just shake out your arms. We're going to talk about Padmasana. So this is the Bhanda. There's also a Bhanda in the foot. So we've been talking about Mulabhanda, the pelvic floor, and how that relates to the feet. So we talked about the embryo, but there's also a Bhanda in the foot. So anytime you're balancing on your foot, you can think about your heel, the ball of your foot, the ball of your baby toe. So it makes this triangle. So you always want to distribute the weight evenly between those 3 points. So we'll come back to standing and we'll just explore Padmasana. Okay, so if you're standing on 2 feet and you lift up your toes, so lift up all 10 toes, you're going to find that your arches also lift. So if you lift up your toes, you're going to notice that the arch of your foot lifts here, and the arch of your foot lifts here. So on both the inner and outer foot, the arch lifts, which makes the ankle become more alert, which is good. Okay, so this is Padmasana, and when you do that, you bring the weight into the mound of the big toe, the mound of the pinky toe, and the heel. Okay, so let's repeat our balancing poses with Padmasana. So you're going to stand on your right leg, bring your left knee into your chest, and then find Padmasana on that right leg. Activate your toes, activate your arches, wake up your ankle, and then place your toes back down on the ground, but keep that activation of the arches. Extend your leg forward for 1, and bend, and 2, and bend. Good. We're just going to do 2 on each side. So now shifting the weight over to your other leg, find those arches, and bring the knee up. Inhale. As you exhale, extend your leg forward for 1. Good. And bend. And 2. Beautiful. Good. And then coming back to 2 feet. Now we're going to take our tree pose. So coming back to the right leg, grab the left foot, and now find Padmasana on that right foot. Lift up your toes if you can. Activate your arches. Inhale, lift the arms up. And then exhale, bring the arms down. Shift the weight over to the other leg. And find your balance. Find Padmasana, waking up the arch of the foot. Inhale, lifting up. Exhale, coming down to 2 feet. Finding the balance between your 2 legs. Interlace your fingers behind your back. Open up through your chest. Bend your knees. Fold forward. Extend your arms. Inhale, bend your knees. Come all the way up. And exhale, folding forward. Good. A couple more times. Inhale, coming up. Exhale, folding forward. Inhale. That's it. One more time. Yeah, really bend your knees. Open up your chest. Good. And coming up. Last time. Inhaling. And then exhale, fold forward. Good. Excellent. Okay, so now we are going to do dancer's pose, okay? So we'll start with warrior 3 first. So what you're going to do is just lift the back leg up as you tip forward, and then just reach your arms forward. And then bring your arms back and come back to 2 feet. Okay? And really feel the transfer of the weight. So you've got your weight evenly distributed between both feet. And then you're going to shift your weight to your right leg. And then just reach your left leg back, reach your arms back, activate Padmasana, and then reach your arms forward, bring your arms back, coming all the way back. Good. One more time. Just reaching that left leg back, tipping forward. Good. Reach your arms forward, and then come all the way back. Very good. Now we'll do the second side. So you're going to stand on your left foot, and you're going to just shift forward, reaching your right leg back, reaching your arms forward. Good. And then coming back. Good. And a second time. Tipping everything forward as your leg reaches back. Good. Then extend your arms forward. Reach, 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 reach. And then coming all the way back up as you bring your arms down. One last time. Reach, 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 reach. Good. Active ankles, active arches. And then coming all the way back. Very good. Okay. Inhale. Bring your arms all the way up. Exhale. Bend your knees. Bring your feet together. Squeeze your thighs together and sit in a chair. And then step your left foot back. And we're going to bring the left knee down to the ground. Bring the hips forward. Bring the hands onto that front thigh. Lift up through the chest. And then you can just see how that back foot feels. If it feels light, you can lift it up. And maybe reach back, grab onto your ankle. Good. Keep lifting up through the chest. Release the ankle. And step back to downward facing dog. Inhale, come forward to a plank. We're going to come right through into upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then we're going to step the left foot forward. Bring the right knee down. Bring the hands onto the front thigh. Bring both hips forward. And then we're going to lift up that back leg. Reach back. And we're going to pull the ankle in. Inhale here. And then exhale, release. Stepping forward. Bring the feet together, bend the knees. Inhale, come all the way up to chair pose. Exhale, standing up nice and tall. So now, just like our warrior 3, we're going to do dancer's pose. So first of all, stand up nice and tall. Find Padmasana in the feet. So that triangle in each feet, you're pressing down through the mound of the big toe, mound of the pinky toe, and the heel, making that triangle. Press down, really engage your legs, lift up through your heart, squeeze your legs together so you can feel Mulabhanda, the pelvic floor. Okay? And now, we're going to shift the weight onto the right leg. We're going to bend the left leg and grab onto the inside of the ankle. So squeeze your legs together to feel Mulabhanda, all right? So you're squeezing your knees together. Then you're going to lift up through your right arm. You're going to kick back through your left leg. Kick back, kick back, kick back. As you reach forward through your right arm. Inhale, come all the way up. And then back to standing. And we're going to do the second side. So you're going to shift your weight onto your left leg, and you're going to lift the right leg up, grabbing onto that inner ankle. Lift your arm up. Inhale. As you exhale, kicking back. And kick the foot into the hand. Good. And then coming back up nice and smooth. And coming down to standing. Okay, great. So now we're going to have a look at the positioning of the hand. I'm going to show it really close. So imagine I'm standing right now. So when you reach back, so there's different ways you can grab the foot like this, or you can grab it like this, okay, from the inside. Today, I'd like you to try to grab it from the inside. So there, you can grab it from the inside like this, but you'll notice my shoulder pushes forward when I grab like this. So actually, and you see how my arm is all twisted? So you want to grab it this way, okay? So to make sure that you're doing it that way, you can bring your arm in front of you and then just open your arm to the side, open your arm to the back behind you. And notice my thumb is up. So my thumb is not down, my thumb is up, right? And so you want to feel a nice opening of the chest, a nice opening of the shoulder. And then just like in Warrior 2 or Warrior 3, you shift forward. And as you shift forward, you kick back into that foot. So you're using your foot to open your chest. Okay? Let's try it together, okay? So we're going to start by standing on the right leg. Okay, so find Padmasana with both feet. Mound of the big toe, mound of the baby toe, both heels. Now you're going to shift your weight over to your right leg and bend your left knee. And you're going to take your left arm in front of you and then out to the side and back, the thumb facing up, and you're going to catch the inner edge of your foot. Inhale, lift your right arm up, and then exhale, kick back through your left foot as you reach forward. Keep Mulabhanda engaged, so you're squeezing your inner thighs together. Good, keep breathing. And then coming all the way back, finding both feet on the ground, standing up nice and tall, closing your eyes. Visualize your pelvis. Visualize your feet on the ground. And then visualize a beautiful tree and its roots going down into the ground, and then its branches reaching up towards the sunshine. And now we're going to prepare for the other side. So you're going to shift your weight into your left leg. Find Padmasana. So the heel, the mound of the big toe, mound of the pinky toe. You're going to bend your right knee. You're going to reach your right arm forward and then bringing it back. Thumb is up. And then grab onto your right ankle. Inhale, lift your left arm up. As you exhale, kick back through that foot. Reach forward through that arm. Remember the branches of the tree. Nice and proud, lifting up through your chest. Keep breathing for 1, 2, beautiful, and 3. Coming all the way back with grace, bringing your arms down, closing your eyes, and again, visualizing that tree, visualizing the roots. Good. Excellent. Okay, so now you can turn your feet out slightly Bring your arms up, bend the knees. We're going to come all the way down into a squat, and we're going to come all the way down onto the back. And we're going to take a moment here. So feel the feet on the floor and feel the pelvis and the connection from the pelvis down into the feet. And now we're going to bring the arms down onto the floor. We're going to lift up through the hips, and then we'll interlace the fingers behind the back and press the arms down into the floor, really opening up through the chest. Breathing here for 1, for 2, and 3. Release your fingers, roll down, vertebrae by vertebrae, coming all the way to the floor, and then just bringing the knees to the right, bringing the knees to the left, and then we're going to roll to the side and come up. Now, if you have a wall available for you, that's great. If you don't have a wall, you can do this without a wall as well. If you don't have a wall, you can just imagine a wall, okay? So if it's a lot of work right now to make a wall, then don't worry. Okay, so if you have a wall, you're going to pull the short edge of your mat. I'm going to move this plant so you can see a little better. So you're going to bring the short edge of your mat towards the wall. And now we're going to focus on Mulabhanda again. So we're in this kneeling position and you're squeezing your thighs together to activate the pelvic floor. Okay? So you're here against the wall, and now we're going to practice just lifting up through the chest and bringing the hips closer to the wall and coming back. And again, lifting up through your chest. So it's almost like you're pulling with your hands to lift your chest up. And then you're coming back. And inhale. Lift your chest up as your hips come closer to the wall. And then come back. One more time. Lifting up. And then coming back. Now we're going to do the same thing, but with the feet against the wall. And this time, the arms will be above the head. So you're going to lift your arms up and just reach back towards the wall. And then coming back. And again, inhale, lifting up. And then coming back. Remember, squeezing those thighs together. Inhale, lifting up. And then come back. One more time. Inhale, lifting up. And then bring your arms all the way down and just sitting on your heels. You can come a little bit away from the wall. And just closing your eyes, squeeze your thighs together. And take a couple of deep breaths, lifting your chin or lifting your chest up towards your chin. For 1, 2, and 3. We're going to bring the right arm up above the head, bend the right elbow, and bring the hand in between the shoulder blades. So either you can take your left hand onto your elbow and work here, or if it's possible for you, you could take your left arm underneath and interlace your fingers behind your back. We're going to breathe here for 1, for 2, release. And here, just open your arms, open your chest, and we're going to do the other side, lifting the other arm up. You're going to bend your elbow, and either you take your hand up. So now we've got the left hand in between the shoulder blades. The right hand is on the elbow. Maybe if you can reach, you're going to take your right arm underneath and interlace. And then just breathe here for 1, 2, and 3. Slowly release, opening up through the arms, opening up through the chest, and then bring your arms down. You can bring your hands in front of you. The fingers, we're going to turn the fingers to face the knees and place the hands down. Place the hands all the way down, and then just leaning back to stretch out the wrists. Breathing here. You can slightly bend your elbows to really get into those wrists for 1, 2, and 3. Good. And then you can stand up. And we're going to come to the wall. So now you're going to bring your arms up the wall and bring your hips back and bring your chest onto the wall here. So you can bend your knees and just breathing here. I'm going to go a little lower so you can see, but you can do this standing. But this is kind of what you're working on, really opening chest and shoulders. And then you can come all the way back up. And now we are going to come onto the knees, facing the wall again. And this time you'll tuck your toes under. And here you can activate Padmasana, the Bhanda of the foot, again in a new way. So you've got your heels up, and then you've got your toes tucked under. So you're really spreading the ball of the foot. And your foot is very active. Then you can lift up through your chest. So pull, have your hands on the wall, or if you don't have a wall, have them in front of you. And then pull your chest through your hands as your hips come closer to the wall. And then take your hands onto your back and continue to lift your chest up. Keep activating your inner thighs. Squeeze your inner thighs towards one another. And then, if it's within your range, you can reach back, grab your ankles, and continue to lift up through your chest, opening up through your heart. Inhale, come all the way back up, and then sitting down, resting your hands on your thighs, and just taking a couple of deep breaths. Good. Okay, now we're going to come on to the back again. If you have a wall, you'll have your head closer to the wall, okay? So we're going to repeat what we did before. So first of all, activate your feet. Find Padmasana. Spread your toes and press the ball of the foot down, the ball of the baby toe down, and activate your heel. Press your heel down. And without doing anything, just press those 3 points, 6 points, into the floor, and then bring your toes down and keep your feet active. Feel what happens in your pelvis. Mulabhanda. Squeeze your inner thighs together as you lift your hips. And then interlace your fingers behind your back. Roll your shoulders under. Press your arms down And breathe here for 1, 2, and 3. Release your fingers and come all the way down, vertebrae by vertebrae. And just rock your knees side to side. And then take your arms up. You're going to place your hands underneath your shoulders. And we're going to begin in the same way. So activate your feet, spread your toes, press down through those 6 points. Mound of the big toe, mound of the pinky toe, and the heel. Then lift up your pelvis, activate your inner thighs, squeeze your inner thighs together, and scoop yourself up off the floor. We're going to breathe here for 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Coming all the way down and just bringing the arms down and separate your feet a little bit wider and then bring your knees together. So you're letting your knees rest on one another and just breathing here for 1, 2. You can place your hands on your belly. And again, just like the beginning of class, nice soft belly, feeling your breath coming all the way down into the pelvis and all the way out. And now we're going to bring the right knee into the chest, extend the left leg on the floor, and we'll come into a twist. So bring the right leg across towards the left side, opening up the right arm and turning the head to look at the right hand. Breathing here for 1, for 2, for 3. Coming back onto your back and changing sides. Left knee is going to come into the chest. Extend the right leg on the floor. And then bringing that left leg across, coming into a twist. And opening your left arm, turning towards your left to look at your left hand. Breathing here for 1, for 2, for 3. Coming back onto the back, bringing both feet together, knees together, and bringing your feet down. Lift up through your hips, and then bring your pelvis back down. Bring your knees into your chest. Wrap your arms around your legs, and squeeze your legs into your chest. Squeeze your belly with your legs, and take 2 deep breaths here. 1, and 2. And then you can grab onto the outsides of your feet, pull your knees in towards your armpits. And just relax the back of your neck, relax your jaw. Breathing here for 1, 2, 2, and 3. Bring your knees into your chest. We're going to roll over towards the side and coming up to a seated position. We're going to sit up nice and tall. You can grab your blanket once again. And sitting on the edge of the blanket, extend your legs forward. And again, pulling the flesh out so that you can really feel the buttocks on the blanket. Lift up through your belly, spread your toes, engage your thighs, lift up through your heart. Press your hands down, lengthen the back of your neck. Breathing here for 1, 2, and 3. We're going to bend the right knee into the chest and then bring it out towards the side. So you want to really pull your foot as close as you can into you and then out to the side. And then inhale, lift up through the chest. Exhale, folding forward over your left leg. Breathing here for 1, for 2, and 3. Inhale, come all the way up. And now we're going to extend the right leg forward. Bring the left knee in and out to the side. Inhale, lift up. And then exhale, folding forward over the right leg. Breathing here for 1, 2, and 3. Inhale, come all the way back up. Extend both legs forward. Squeeze your legs together to find Mulabhanda. Press your hands down. Lift up through your chest. Now we're going to bend both knees and butterfly your knees out to the sides. Soles of the feet together. So now we have Padmasana in the soles of the feet. So the soles of the feet are touching, especially the outer edge of the feet. The heels are touching. And then the knees are out to the side. You're sitting on the edge of your blanket. And we're stretching the pelvic floor here. You're going to lift up through the chest and bring your chin to your chest and looking inward. Breathing here for 1, for 2, really see if you can extend your breath for 3, making your exhale a little bit longer than your inhale. For 4, for 5. Good. So now bring your knees towards one another and back into the squat position, really spreading your feet on the floor. And now we're going to take the left leg, we're going to bend the left leg in, we're going to cross the right foot over. Okay, so we're in a seated twist here. So we're going to hug that right knee into the chest, lifting up. You're going to wrap your left arm around and turn to look over your right shoulder. Both sit bones are on the floor, or on the blanket. We're breathing here for 1, for 2, and 3. Slowly release and turn and look over your left shoulder. And now we're going to change sides. So bend the right knee in, bring your left leg over, take the right arm around the left leg, turn and look over your left shoulder. You can bring your left hand behind you and prop yourself up with your left hand, really lifting up through the chest. Breathing here for 1, 2, 3, and then turning the other way, counter twist, and then release. Extend your legs forward and open your legs quite wide. You can sit on your blanket again, and so you want to feel your sit bones on the blanket, and now really grounding down through your legs, activating your quads, activating your feet. So spread your toes, activate your arches, and press your heels down into the ground. Inhale, arch your spine, sitting up nice and tall. So we want to ensure that we're not collapsing down like this, but we're really lifting up. And then bring your shoulders back over your sit bones. Keep your legs super active, and then as you exhale, if there's space, you can come forward. Keep your sit bones rooted down into the floor. Continue to root your legs down into the floor. Breathing here for 1. I'm going to come take a look. Stay where you are. 2. That's it. Lift up through your chest, almost like you're in a bit of a back bend. 3. 4. 5. From here, walk your hands over towards your left foot. Grab onto the outer edge of your left foot and bring your other arm up and over, opening up the whole side body. And then coming back to center, we're going to walk over to the other side, grab onto the outside of the foot, and then bring your opposite arm up and over. Inhale, coming back up. And now take a comfortable seated position. And we're going to do a little bit of breathing. So sitting up nice and tall. You're going to take your right hand and just massage the space in between the eyebrows. Massage the space a little bit. And then your thumb is going to be in charge of your right nostril, and your ring finger, your fourth finger, will be in charge of the left nostril. Okay? So first, we're just going to focus on the exhale. So you'll breathe in, place 2 fingers on your forehead in between your eyebrows, close your right nostril with your thumb, breathe out through the left. And then you're going to breathe in through both nostrils. And then you're going to close your left nostril with your fourth finger, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through both nostrils. Close the right nostril, breathe out through the left. Breathe in. Close the left, breathe out through the right. And then just return to normal breathing for a few cycles. So just sitting with the eyes closed. You can place your thumb and your index finger together and then rest the backs of your hands on your thighs. Lift up through your chest and then bring your chin towards your chest. Looking inward. And we'll do a couple of full rounds of the alternate nostril breathing. So same hand position, 2 fingers on the forehead. We're going to breathe in through both nostrils, close the right, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close the left, breathe out through the right. Breathe in through the right. Close the right, breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Close the left, breathe out to the right. Breathe in through the right. Breathe out through the left. Breathe in through the left. Breathe out to the right. Breathe in through the right. And then breathe out through both nostrils. Sitting up nice and tall, closing the eyes. Noticing your inner body, your inner landscape. Your inner nature. And then take a nice deep breath in. Full breath out. And now we're going to do one last posture today, which is going to be legs up the wall. If you don't have a wall, you can do legs on the couch. So you just you're going to lay down on your back and put your legs. You'll be like this with the couch or a chair under your legs. But if you have a wall, you're going to take your blanket and fold it and place it close to the wall. And then you'll come sit or squat right on the edge of your blanket. And then cozy up to the wall with your bottom, and then you can roll onto your back like that and extend the legs up the wall, okay? So just bring your arms onto the floor, palms facing up, chest is nice and open. Close your eyes, bringing your attention towards your breath. Relaxing your legs, letting go of all the effort and allowing your body to really integrate all of the good work that you've done today. Begin to extend your breath, extending the inhale and the exhale, but especially the exhale. So lengthening the exhale as much as you can. And then allowing the inhale to also be soft and smooth. And very much paying attention to your breath, to each cycle of breath. Allowing your body to completely relax. And then slowly you can begin to deepen your breath. And you can begin to move your fingers and your toes. And then begin to stretch your arms up above your head. Take a nice deep breath. And then you can roll to your side and come up to a seated position. Namaste.